my god, Doctor Who is finally going to be sexy. At least that's what this headline says. Do I agree? Find out today in this episode of Crispy Pro. Hello Whovians, Crispy Bro here and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for sticking around. So today we're looking at an article that, as I said, is called Oh My God, Doctor Who is finally going to be sexy. Shurigawa and Russell T Davies are bringing high quality vibes to the long-running British Sci-Fi series. So are you excited to read about some high quality vibes? Because that's what we're doing. And if you want some more high quality vibes, subscribe to this channel. Boom, I'm doing the subscriber plug early. Go and subscribe. We're trying to reach 1 billion subscribers. So here we go. So this article's from Alyssa. I saw it doing the rounds on Twitter, being like, oh my gosh, what? Doctor Who's always been sexy. So I thought I'd just read the article and see if I agree or if I don't agree. And please, as I'm going, leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd appreciate that. So what exactly are we saying Doctor Who is sexier for now? Doctor Who won't kick off its newest episodes with its newest star, Sex Education Shurigawa, until November of this year. Hang on, that's not entirely right. We have David Tennant for November this year. Shurigawa's series won't start until maybe around April, May of next year. So we're off to a good start. Nothing against Alyssa, but I don't think this article will be that thoroughly researched. But it looks like the long-running British Sci-Fi series is finally getting the proper reboot it deserves. Considering the show's importance of British pop culture and beyond, a strong season is exactly what it needs, because the last few have been, rough. All right, I wouldn't say rough. They've definitely been different to what people are used to. I'm assuming that this person's probably a fan of the whole David Tennant, Matt Smith era of Doctor Who, because anything outside of that feels very different to their Doctor Who. Gosh, I don't want to be too harsh on this article. I don't want to be too harsh off the gate, but this first paragraph has already irked me, so that's good news. I'm a nice guy, I swear, and I'm sure this article's made with good intentions, but alas, we go on. And then they say, if the recent circulating set photos are any indication, it could be the most stylish and, dare I say, sexiest season yet. Oh yeah, baby, we are in for a sexy episode of Doctor Who. Oh yeah, I love me some sexy Doctor Who. Alright, so they've used this tweet in the article from that other Harry, where they've said the vibes are immaculate, and they've got pictures of, they've got Shurigawa and Bonnie. I mean, the vibes are immaculate there, so I can agree. The vibes are also immaculate here, so that's another big win. The vibes are also impeccable here, and I mean the vibes just don't stop, do they? So yes, I will agree that the vibes are impeccable, and I can almost guarantee you that this tweet alone was the seed in which this article was birthed. I can almost guarantee you this Alyssa saw this and was like, I'm gonna write an article on how sexy Doctor Who is now, because I will agree, this does look very exciting to me. Sexy probably isn't the word I'd use, but impeccable and vibes, those are two words I'd use. Since then, there have been 14 different Doctors at the helm. From Good Omens, David Tennant, and Game of Thrones spin-off House of Dragons, Matt Smith. Two funny projects to mention David Tennant and Matt Smith from, considering they're both after the time they were the Doctor. Because, you know, they're both pretty much Doctor Who's David Tennant and Matt Smith. But I suppose if they're trying to, you know, intrigue audiences as to why, you know, Doctor Who's sexy again, they're like, oh yeah, David Tennant is in Good Omens. And yes, Matt Smith is in the Game of Thrones spin-off House of Dragon. And even a single woman thrown into the mix. Okay, that's funny. I like the phrasing of that. And even a single woman thrown into the mix, because they're like, there's one female doctor in Doctor Who, but it sounds like, oh yeah, Jodie Whittaker, she's this single woman, you know? If anyone wants to hit her up, you know, she's single, ready to mingle. Barbie's Shurigawa will be the 15th Doctor. That is so funny to me. That is so I've never heard it phrased like that. Barbie's Shurigawa. I don't know how big a role Shurigawa will have in the Barbie movie. I think he'll just be one of the Kens in Barbie Land at the start. But it's huge that Shurigawa is in a Barbie movie with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, who's also, like, his biggest fan, by the way. Ryan Gosling is obsessed with Doctor Who and is now obsessed with Shurigawa. So I love that. But I've never heard it phrased Barbie Shurigawa, because it's definitely going to be Doctor Who's Shurigawa moving forward. You know, the 15th Doctor. Huge. I've been a fan of the series since it rebooted in 2005 after a 16-year absence, aside from a TV movie in 1996. Though I fell off hard during the tenure of Peter Capaldi, even Whittaker as the first and only woman Doctor couldn't pull me back in. There we go. My hypothesis has been proven here that yes, they were on from 2005, and you know, it's a common thing. I see it all the time. Next week, you're getting a tier list video of my favorite Doctor Who series, and I said so many people fell off during the Peter Capaldi era and really weren't interested in Whittaker being like the Doctor. Like, just didn't intrigue them because they fell in love with the show during the David Tennant and Matt Smith eras, because I think those two are very, very similar. And, you know, Peter Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker, those two eras are so different to that it turned a lot of people off because it wasn't their Doctor Who. But I think people need to realize that even though it's not their Doctor Who, it's still Doctor Who, and there's some absolutely good stuff to be found in there. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. But Gatwa's season looks like it's going to be a good one. A good one. They're all good. What do you want about? And it's not just because beloved former showrunner Russell T Davies is back. It's because Doctor Who is bringing sexy back. Yeah. Them other Tamils don't know how to act. Yeah. I think it's special. I got a TARDIS back there. I don't know what that was. Hopefully Joey added some music to that. Thank you. Interesting. I thought they'd be way more excited because Russell T Davies was back because it was, you know, the show they loved. But I think they just like how pretty all the set photos and costumes have looked. And I'll agree, they've looked great. But one of the main reasons I'm excited is because Russell T is back at the helm and they've had so much time to sit and think about new ideas for Doctor Who and take it into new and exciting directions. So we'll see what happens. That's what I think is sexy about the show. The sexiest thing is Russell T. He's Daddy. He's Daddy T. Daddy T. Daddy T Davies. I'll call him that from now on. Daddy T Davies. And I think the rest of the article really goes into all of the costumes that Shurigawa has had. Here we go. They say it right here. They say, it always bothered me that the Doctor hasn't made more use of the canonically extensive wardrobe on the TARDIS. I mean, yeah, we've seen how big that wardrobe is. It's huge. And that is true. One thing that did irk me about the Whittaker era is that we didn't get more costumes. Like, we had the one for Spyfall that I think looked great. Then we had the scarf for a couple episodes. But, you know, Jodie, for the most part, just stayed in her iconic outfit, which is great, and it's really good for merchandising. But even Jodie Whittaker's hood, like, they use it once, like one time. So I think, yeah, I will agree. I like the idea of the Doctor having more of an extensive wardrobe. And from every set photo we've seen, it looks like each episode is kind of going to have a different look to the Doctor, a different style to the Doctor, which is really exciting. But it makes me wonder, so let me cast you back to all the way when they announced Shurigawa's first costume, which was this one, like the orange look here. I mean, look at that. It's iconic. I don't know what it is, but I want it. It looks expensive. And a lot of us were under the assumption that this is going to be Shurigawa's iconic look. Like, this is what is going to be on all of the merchandising. This is what's going to be on all of your t-shirts. But I feel like this is the one look we haven't actually seen Shuri film in at all. Not once have we seen Shuri wear this actually in any of the filming pictures. There was that one video that him and Millie took where he was wearing it, but that was it. That was all we've seen of that. Since then, we've had look after look after look after look, which is great. And they are definitely making use of the canonically extensive wardrobe on the TARDIS. That I can guarantee. It looks like they're doing that. But in saying that, I am of the firm belief that each Doctor should kind of have their iconic look. Yes, change it up. Yes, do a Matt Smith where you've got your tweed and then, you know, a few series later, extend on that, have different colors, make it all iconic. But I do like the idea that each Doctor kind of has their iconic look. So I wonder if this orange look is like Shurigawa's iconic one, or it's the fact that they were like, oh, people might see us filming and see what Shuri's wearing, and this is the first thing we're filming publicly, so we'll put this up, but then no one actually got a public picture of him filming that. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think that's what happened. I don't know if that look is going to be Shurigawa's look. I don't know. So it looks like Shurigawa might not have their Doctor's costume, like it might not be their thing. But also that might be their thing. You know, Shurigawa might be the Doctor where, yeah, each week they had a different costume. Maybe that's their thing. That'd be huge. That's so different and exciting to me. All right, let's talk about the recent paparazzi. One paparazzi photo of Gatwa on set in the leather trench shows him wearing a collared zip-up shirt underneath it, with the zipper daringly unzipped to a bare nice portion of his chest. Damn, this is a horny article. Another one has him on the back of a scooter in a leather jacket, white tee, and blue jeans. The Doctor is hot, and not in the funny, rubbery British way that made me have an irrational crush on David Tennant, but in a properly sexy manner. Don't say funny, rubbery British way when referring to David Tennant. He's my dad. How dare you say that? I mean, yes, there is Daddy T Davies, but David Tennant is my dad. Like, officially, he is my actual dad. Funny, rubbery British. I don't like this article, I'll just say it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. And it finishes off with, Gatwa's Doctor looks set to be a breath of fresh air for a series that struggles to avoid staleness. I can't wait to get back into Doctor Who. The 60th anniversary special featuring the rubbery David Tennant reprising his role airs this November, and Gatwa's season starts in 2024. So you did know when it starts. All the way up here, you said, oh yeah, Shurigawa. Oh, I suppose he does cameo. Maybe that's what you're saying. He does cameo. Okay, anyway. A series that struggles titles to avoid staleness. You left during Peter Capaldi and Whittaker's era. That was the most unstale thing ever. That was the biggest difference. Anyway, whatever. I'm not gonna have this rant. This is a silly article, and you know, and Doctor Who has always been great and sexy, and Doctor Who didn't even need to bring sexy back because it was already there. Okay, you were wondering how to bring sexy back? It was there. It was done, okay? But that's gonna do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I can't believe I'm asking this. Do you think Doctor Who is sexy? Do you think Doctor Who's gonna bring sexy back? Are you excited for Shurigawa's new series? And do you think there's going to be a brand new appeal for the show because of the sexiness? What a strange thing. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Please like this video. Please subscribe if you've not already, and I really, really do appreciate it. And if we can get us to 30,000 subscribers anytime soon, I promise I've got some really, really cool stuff on the way. But yeah, love you lots, and I'm bringing sexy back. Allons-y!